Abdi Ismail Samatar, who's a professor of geography at Minnesota University and the author of 3 books on East African politics. He joins me from Minnesota. Thanks very much indeed for being with us on the NewsHour today. So this conflict looks likely to affect other countries. We're already hearing about thousands fleeing to Sudan. How seriously might it affect the stability in the wider Horn of Africa?
I think that's an exaggerated sense that it will affect the entire Horn of Africa. Only if Ethiopia collapses, then we will be talking about sort of an incredible crisis in the whole region. But if it's limited to Tigray, if you like, and the refugees that are going to Sudan, it will not have great bearing on the rest of the region.
Even though there has been concern that other countries could be drawn in, partly through refugees going there and also just because of a lack of stability there.
If Eritrea decides to take advantage of these hostilities to get, quote unquote, take revenge on the Tigray regime in Tigray, then that will be a game changer, in my opinion. But the refugees are absolutely unfortunate. They should not be running out of their homes. The civilians should not be bothered and bombed in Tigray. I think the Addis Ababa regime must deal with the regime in the province who are claiming to be leaders of that. But as far as I'm concerned, unless Eritrea gets involved, then the rest of the region will keep going.
And Ethiopia has operated as a federation before with Eritrea. Is there an argument that this could be the way forward with Tigray?
No, I don't think a refederation of Eritrea and Ethiopia are on the cards anytime soon. It's like the African Unity project, where the whole region will come together and realize the advantage they would have. But the fundamental thing is, unless the region is seriously democratized inside Ethiopia, and the journey has begun inside Ethiopia and the rest of the region, then that business of unification of the region, particularly Eritrea and Ethiopia, I think is elusive.
And tell us about the Prime Minister, Abiy Ahmed. How does he go from being a Nobel Peace Prize winner to ordering troops in the country?
We should never forget that President Obama was given the Nobel Prize less than a year after he became president of the United States, in the hope that he will do something different than President Bush, who preceded him. And so the Nobel Prize was more banking on the future rather than in the past. The few things that were important that the Prime Minister accomplished, such as peace with Eritrea, releasing political prisoners from Ethiopia and elsewhere, these were important milestones, but it was the future that the Nobel Prize Peace Committee was banking on. In my assessment, his hand was forced in this instance if the TPLF regime in Tigray did not contravene the constitution of the country, which they themselves put into place 20-some odd years earlier. I don't think we would have had this war.
So what's your forecast for the future of Ethiopia and this region?
My sense is that if the Prime Minister and his team insist and stick to the schedule of democratizing Ethiopia in ways that Ethiopia has never seen before, where ethnic domination is out of the cards, where individual citizens will be counted as legitimate voices in the political process, if that process is sustained and the election reflects the voice and the sentiments of ordinary people across the country, including Tigray, I think Ethiopia is off to a good start, in my opinion, despite this tragedy.
OK, thanks very much indeed for your insight today, Abdi Ismail Samatar.